If you're over 50 and your shoulders have gotten weaker, there are actually only 3 exercises you need to fix it. You don't need a complicated program. You don't need a big, massive gym session. You just need 3 movements that rebuild the strength, stability, and function your shoulders need to work properly for the next 20 years. Because weak shoulders show up in many ways you may not expect. The ache when you lift something over your head, the stiffness when you reach behind your back, waking up in the night because you roll onto your shoulder. These aren't random, they're very common. They're a sign that your muscles just aren't doing their job. If you haven't met yet, I'm Gavin. I co-own New Zealand's only fitness studio for people over the age of 40. And in this video, I'm going to be your personal trainer and show you the 3 exercises that will restore your strength and flexibility without heavy weights. I'm going to teach you how to do them correctly and exactly how to fit them into your week. So guys, if your body feels a little bit weaker than normal and you would like a free guide to follow that's been designed for people over 40, just comment strength down below and I will send that over to you absolutely free. So before we do this exercise or 3 exercises, there's something super important that you have to do, and that is a warm up. We need to warm up those shoulders, get some blood in there, get the synovial fluid in there so your shoulders can move without creaking and crunching and all the bad stuff that goes with it. So it's very, very simple, all right? Now what we're going to do is take your arms to the side and we're going to turn your palms out that way. And you're going to do 10 to 15 small arm circles this way. Really, really tiny ones, not super big, right? And what this is going to do, it's going to get some blood into the muscle. It's going to get some synovial fluid into the joint. It's kind of like greasing up the joint a little bit, okay? And once you've done 10 or 15, you're gonna go back 10 or 15 this way. And the idea of it is to get a little bit of burn in those shoulders. You know, you need to be worked, you need to be woken up a little bit, okay? And once you've done 10 or 15 forward and back, then you're gonna go big arm circles forward and back. Now, what I also see with some people is that one shoulder doesn't quite move with as much range as the other one. And if that's the case, just work in the range you can. So you may have one that is super wide and this one doesn't quite get there. This is not about grinding your shoulders to the end points, okay? You don't want to do that. You just want to work in a range of motion that's comfortable, and obviously forward and backwards to get those shoulders nice and warm, right? Because what we know is our shoulder is something called a mobile joint. It moves around all this way, whereas like your elbow is a static joint. It only moves in one position. And that's why your shoulders are so important. And that's why you need some good exercises to keep them strong, to keep every angle of your shoulder strong, okay? So once you're in the warm up, we're gonna do something called a hammer fly. So I'm gonna grab some dumbbells to show you this way. And like get some dumbbells. You don't need heavy dumbbells for this, but what I want to, the angle of the dumbbell is important, okay? A lot of people that do side shoulder flies, they do them like this, okay? And when they come up, you can see that dumbbell sort of angles down a little bit. And when that happens, it forces the shoulder into something called internal rotation. And it's just when it rolls inwards. And a lot of time, a lot of impingement happens at this point. So you will often have lots of shoulder issues because there's no space in the shoulder to move. But when you rotate your shoulder out, it opens up the shoulders and it gives you a lot more movement, a lot more freedom to move properly. So with this, we call them a hammer fly because you're gonna hold it a bit like a hammer. Pop, pop, okay? So turn the shoulder, arms out that way, externally rotate the shoulders, and you're gonna lift it up into this position like that, okay? So on the side, it's like this, and back down. What I'm not doing is coming back super far. It comes up to about a Y position. And when you do that, what happens is it hits the shoulder, okay, the big delt muscle, this huge muscle there, that comes up from the shoulder, attaches into your middle arm, and that is the muscle that we're trying to hit that way. And again, slow and control. You don't need a heavy weight. You're gonna take it up, pause it, slowly lower it back down to the start. Up the top and back down. And what we want to try and avoid is getting that shoulder past there. We don't want to load it in this position because this causes a lot of impingement and problems. I honestly think that's nearly everybody I've dealt with over 40 can do this exercise, whereas they can't necessarily overhead press. So although overhead pressing is a good exercise, I don't think it's suitable for nearly everybody, all right? Once you've done those hammer flies to the side, then what we're going to do, we're going to use a resistance band, all right? I've got a looped band like this, wrap it around a post or a pole. But if you buy a set of these bands, or any bands really, there's a door anchor that comes with it and you can fix it up against the door, right? And if you're looking for some quality bands, check out the link in the description for Clench Fitness. They have a whole range of amazing bands that you can use, right? This is going to be a banded high row, 1-arm row. We're going to set ourselves back this way just to get a little bit of tension. I'm going to take our elbows out to the side. And again, we're going to rotate our arms up just a little bit. So when I pull backwards, you can see that it's not down. I like to have it out a little bit. And as you come back, your elbow and your upper arm is parallel with the floor. And we're working on the rear delt, which is the back of the shoulder. A little bit of your upper back at the same time. Think about trying to shoot a bow and arrow. Bing, okay? That's what we're trying to look at, right? Come back, up nice and high, slowly lower it back to the position. Come back and slowly lower it back down. You're gonna feel that rear delt start to kick in a little bit and supporting your shoulder as we do it. And once you've done one side, you would swap over and then you would do the other side. Now the next exercise we're gonna do is gonna be using a resistance band again, but this time I'm gonna anchor it a little bit lower. And this is gonna be an exercise called external rotation. And like I said at the beginning, internal rotation is where we like to default generally. And often the external rotation part, which is the rotator cuff muscles, are very, very weak. We see it all the time. It's responsible for rounded shoulders. Usually what happens is people get weak rotator cuffs in, everything else starts to hurt, and it's a very, very common injury. But again, strengthening those muscles is a good way to do it. This one, you're gonna drive that elbow close to your body. You're gonna come down so that your forearm is parallel with the floor, and you're just gonna externally rotate out to the side and take it back down this way. Out to the side as far as you can, back to the start position. Back out, back in, and when you finish, you will do the same the other side, right? In terms of rep ranges for each of these exercises, we're gonna go 12 to 15 reps of each one, right? Now, we would like you to try, or I would like you to try and get to close to failure, but not super failure for these ones. You just don't need to be there, I don't think, at the beginning. So you're gonna get to need to 12 to 15. All it means is that the last couple are hard. You start to burn a little bit, starts to get a bit challenging, your form starts to slip. If you're doing the side raises, you can only get this far kind of scenario. You can't get them quite to the top. Once you get there, the set's done and you're all good to go. But like I said, find a weight that is going to allow you to be challenged at those 12 to 15 rep marks. Don't pick a massive heavy weight and you use your body to swing them up. That's not what you want, all right? Then you're going to look to do maybe 3 sets at a time. And you want to be doing it about 3 times a week. That's all it is, okay? You don't need to do it overkill, not every day. And this fits best into a full body program. Like I said, if you'd like a copy of that free program, Common Strength, I will send that over to you, and this will jump in there very, very well, right? If you follow this little shoulder routine, you basically get all the muscles of the shoulder worked and the stabilizing muscles as well, and you can't go far wrong. And within about 6 to 8 weeks, you're gonna find your shoulders are significantly stronger and hopefully less sticky and pain-free than they are right now. If you like the video, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. I'm gonna leave another video in the top left-hand corner, which I think you will like. So head over to that video and I'll see you shortly.